Okay, now we can go and preview the form. Okay, and this is the form you would now send out there. Um, you'll notice that we've got 2 pages. Okay, so you've got your first batch. You're going to go and take these batches and merge them. Okay, so there's a number of things now that happens on this form. Okay, so if we could just go through this form in a little bit more detail. First of all, you need to go and ascertain that the figures that we've got on the system are in fact what's happening in the field. So this is a check. So you would actually go out and you check, okay, yes, it is trade type 96. Okay, with a density of 48, and the plants is 1353. Okay, so same with that one, and you would actually physically total it. Okay. Um, if not, you would have to come back and correct the figures on our system so that we merge, and you would actually make an adjustment to these batches. Okay. However, while you're merging and while you um, putting all these batches together, you may also do a number of other adjustment types. You might discard um, in other words, you would grade your plants as well. So you may discard some seedlings with of sunburn, illness, maybe just a grading thing where they're too small or too old or too young. And but these adjustments you would do against the new batch. Okay. And then, of course, this tells you your indicative tray quantities and seedlings, but this would be your final amount, which is after your grading of your merged batch. So, in short, what I'm saying is this you would normally apply to your merged batch, but if you wanted to, you could, I suppose, put the batch number in and apply these to the pre-existing batches. It's a matter of your choice, but I would recommend that these adjustments actually get applied to the merged batch. Okay, so you would bring whatever these totals in, that would be adjusted to these batches. Those totals would be merged to give you a final figure here, and then you would grade and you would end up with a final quantity which should balance to this. And of course, this now prints a page per merge. So if you're merging 10 batches for that day, you would print 10 forms. Okay, right. Now, once that all comes in, and assuming that you have now gone and made any adjustments to your pre-existing batches, um, to balance it. I'm not going to go in there, but we've already covered how you do adjustments. Um, you would then actually go to your actual merge. Okay, sorry. So you would go back to your form. Um, but okay, let's go in there. Okay, let's have a look and say, let's say for instance P657 on your form, you found that you were missing 53 plants. Okay, so you would now go and you would go into. Sorry, I just want that batch number again. Um, batch 657. So you would go and you would edit your adjustments, not your movements, sorry, your adjustments for P657. Okay, and you would, for instance, now we're going to do the merge on the 20th, so let's make it on the 20th as well. It's fine, I suppose. And you would, let's do a discard just for what's the name? It would be out of whichever area it's in. And what did we say? We said we'll get rid of 53 plants there. Okay, right? Okay, so now we would come back um, and we would actually reselect P657. Okay, sorry, we want to refresh that. Okay, so that's refreshed now. It's gone down to 1300. Okay, um, and 1824. And now we would also want to just update our totals again so that all balances. Okay, so now we're happy. Okay, we're bringing in the 3124 instead of the original figure, and we quite happy with everything. So now we would actually click merge all batches. Okay. So now what would actually happen is if we had to go and have a look at the reports of, let's say, for instance, P657. P657, so using that as example because I remember the number, we will actually see that that is now a zero balance. Okay, we discarded those 53 and then the merge went through as well. We did use a bit of a cockeyed date there. We used the 8th. That should have obviously been the 20th. I made a bit of a mistake there, which we'll fix now, by the way. And you've now got zero stock. Let's go and fix that quickly. So let's say we have made an error, okay, and we need to now just remember as well, these batch numbers are auto-propagated, and merge batches are now prefixed with an M, okay, instead of the what's name. So if we see that we made a bit of a boo-boo there, okay, we can actually go and change that merge date to the 20th. Okay, it's not a problem. And then we can go and rerun that batch report. Okay, and it should make a little bit more sense. Okay. All right, so there's your merge and your discard, discard of the WhatsApps, and you've got a zero balance there. Likewise, now you could run a report for your M batch 800. Okay, and you can see now you've got 3,124 plants linked or sitting in your merged batch in this area. Okay, in the holding area boom 1 bay A where we put it. Okay. Again, the system does allow you to make changes after you've done the merge. Obviously, we want to try and refrain from that, but you could, for instance, if you really wanted to go and delete a merged batch. So if we had to go and delete the 657 there, okay, and we had to go and rerun a report there again for P657. Okay, you'll see, oops, we now got the 1,300 plants back because the merge is gone, okay? And then, of course, if you made a mistake on that, you can, at this stage, also add the batch back by going and reselecting it. Yes, we want to select that. In this case, there's only one eligible one, and we can merge it back again, okay? Right, so that really gives you all your mergers. Obviously, from this point now forward, you wouldn't do any more work in these batches as they're empty. And what you can then do, of course, is you could actually at this stage go and you can decide, okay, you know what, I don't want those batches to appear on my system anymore, and I can actually close them. I think it was 657 and 706, if I remember correctly. And you can actually close them. Okay. Well, all those batches that we closed, you can actually close them. Okay. Super. And then you know when you go in and you just remember now, once you've done that, that would take it off of this list. Okay, and it is a way of keeping this list a bit neat because you'll see that 657 is now no longer on sorry, 657 is no longer on this list. Okay, there it is there. Okay, it's actually gone. 656, 658. Why? Because we closed the batch. Okay, so I think that more or less covers your mergers and how to do it and how it works. Um, so that's all for today. Thank you very much. Enjoy and have a lovely day.